control the chat, just ban them.
Alright, that's a great first message of the stream.
Just ban them.
Alright, everyone, welcome to the losers finals of the Crash 2 tournament. Alapa, I've already unmuted you as you typed that. No need to call me that. Yeah. Today's runners are CasuallyClutching.
Hi!
And Krisuchu.
Yo, what's up?
This is actually a rematch of... because they raced before I even streamed it. So, yay. Today on commentary we have Silver.
Oh my goodness.
And Alapa.
Hello.
Ooh.
And...
Shut the fuck up.
Listen to that.
Let's get the gang back together, man.
Everyone is here. This is what we love to see. And with that, both runners are on the main menu. Runners
Indubitably.
go over the Crash 2 screen, please and thank you.
Thank you. Wait, do I have live split up? I do.
Very important.
And are
Thanks for the
the
PUBG ad, Brody.
runners
wait a second.
ready?
I am
Yeah,
so
I'm ready
ready.
now.
Alright.
Let's get this
I'm
done.
ready!
Silver, count them down.
Excuse me.
Oh, me? From 5.
Yeah. Just, you know, from 5 and on go they go.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Good
And
luck.
there they
We
go.
got it started so
Runners.
quick.
We can talk shit about it now.
Wow.
So we can swear, that's crazy.
Krisuchu already in the lead. This is so crazy.
Ah, never
How
mind.
does
It's
he do it?
clutching.
0.2.
0.02
So
even.
do we care to explain the hop slide tech, or does everyone at home know? at
Yes,
this
please
point, do we
explain
think?
it on a very
Okay.
fine detail.
So you do a slide, you do a spin, and then you do a jump. And before the spin ends, you want to land and then chain a slide spin in a particular rhythm, as you'll see Krisuchu do here. Clutching, did he drop that? No, he didn't. He's got
Yeah,
it.
he fumbled.
I didn't want to point it out, but hey. So the only important part of a hop slide is that you land before the spin ends, which means there's a couple ways to trigger them. Usually that's off of elevation. So you'll see Krisuchu there, again, off of elevation, landing before the spin ends. You can do a dip, or excuse me, a bonk hop, bonk your head, where you'll see them do it in the chase levels, Crash Dash and Crash Crush, quite a bit, where there's not a lot of elevation in those levels, so they'll be bonking off of things and activating hobs and so on and so forth off of there. There's dip hobs and everything. We won't have time to explain everything here on stream, but there's a lot of ways to activate a hop slide, and it's the primary movement tech of the run.
I should have gotten the Azure lane ready for this.
Thank you for a good explanation, Silver.
Anytime, brother. This is what they bring me in here for.
Always love this game, especially when he slides, you know.
Ah, dude, have
Love-
you ever seen when he slides? Dude.
It's kind of crazy.
By the way, they're gonna do it here. At the start of Snowgo, there's this bonk off the crystal. This is new, right? Krisuchu's gonna do it. Yeah, I never seen this. And then it's into the whole skips. Clutching didn't do it, but there's a bonk off a crystal there. That's crazy cool.
Yeah, that's called a Krisuchu bonk.
Krisuchu bonk, he's named it. By the way, look,
No,
are they gonna do this?
I named it.
Really? Dude, look at this hop slide off the single box here. Who invented that? That shit is crazy.
That's a T-Rabbit thing.
That's a Travis strat, man. This game has come so far.
We are so evolved. This is like
Honestly, when I looked at the word and I saw the hop slide off that single box, I was like, dude, what have they been cooking? That is crazy.
dude, we are like a Type 7 civilization now.
It's kind of like,
This
man,
game.
I feel like an old man. Krisuchu missed the double slide. Oh, double slides is another thing, for sure. When you're landing, Crash can perform 2 slides at once, which can lead into a hop slide. Krisuchu tried it there for kind of the ending of Snowgo, but didn't work out, of course.
CasuallyClutching
probably got it,
already catching up
Oh,
by 3 seconds. That's crazy.
This is a rematch. Crody mentioned that Clutching won this, I believe, last time the
That
two of
is
these guys went up.
absolutely correct.
I've done my research, man. It's
The
crazy.
first bloody match that I watched, it was close. It was close
It was.
match. Both
I didn't
got
take.
like 40 or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
why I
It
didn't
was
take
very
note of the
close.
times, but it was really close, man. I think the
I
narrative of this run is that like Clutching, as you would know, is like the crazy one, right? Like he takes a lot of pride in his speed run, in that he's gonna go for everything. I think Krisuchu, I get the impression that he's quite a more well-adjusted individual, and he understands the stakes here and might take the safer option at times. So I think that's definitely going to be the narrative as to Clutching is going to go for everything, for better or worse. We might see that displayed in Hanging Out, perchance. Um, but I think that's going to be the narrative between the two of them, the crazy and the normal.
I'd like just to say that the difference between Clutching and Krisuchu in the first race was 17 seconds.
17 big ones.
Exactly. It's not too much when you think about it. Only 17 seconds.
I think Clutching second in this, right? Like on the boards?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you mean any
Or-
percent.
Yeah, this one.
He was
It is
the
kind of
world
crazy.
record holder as the tournament started with the first place seeding. And now he's second as Krisuchu went from
Who's
5th
second?
place to 1st.
Ooh, Krisuchu. Missed the dip hop there. I think that's we're gonna see a lot of those for sure when it comes into the chase levels and whatnot. There's a lot to be done. I think dip hop's definitely probably the more harder type of hop to activate. I don't know
They
if
are
that's like
they are
controversial,
definitely
but
harder. And I think
yeah.
both of these guys played the first deep hop super safe.
Mm,
When you think about it, like you don't want to get like instant death that you
for
can
sure.
sometimes get
The dip
on
hop
these
is
type of holes. So
just to
I think
explain,
it's
of course.
better to like just fail the hop side and do a couple slide spins instead of take like a 10-second death at what is on stake at the
For
moment.
sure. A dip hop, to explain, of course, is where you're dipping down, and then, as I said, you're landing before the spin ends in order to activate the hop slide. But that usually means doing that over an instant death pit, so a bit of risk reward, to be sure.
Exactly. Anyways,
Go on.
first chase level.
First
Wow.
chase level, dude. These get crazy, I think. There's
The-
a lot of,
Oh, clutching,
So,
going for it, and dying.
dude,
This
it's
is
so crazy that I explained, dip hobs. Well, not even that being a dip hob, but you can understand the implications of dying. It's quite rough.
dude. That's what they. That was silver. Don't put a number on that.
I was wondering what he was doing with the layout at the moment, but
Don't mind me.
yeah,
Don't mind me.
as I mentioned with chase levels, there's not a whole lot of elevation to be activating hop slides, so there's a lot of scenery and a lot of trickiness going on, and a lot of risky hole skips to be done in order to keep your hop slide as you go. So, unfortunately, clutching being on the bad end of that, where that's kind of the risk you run with these levels. They are pretty notorious for resets and whatnot. Krisuchu got the Brazil hub. That was kind of crazy.
I love the Brazil hub.
Brazil, baby.
Brazil, baby. Anyways, we are arriving to the first boss, and I
Love
have a
this guy.
question for
Oh,
both
dude, go on.
our host and my co-commentator.
Yo, that's me.
As you guys know, today is a Friday.
Oh,
Did you have the classic El Clasico pizza?
Classico. Pizza. I actually didn't. I had sushi. Would you
What
believe it?
the hell?
I was also
I had
disappointed when I learned
sushi.
about that.
It was very
Macrody,
good.
did you have pizza today?
Unfortunately, no. I rarely have
Oh,
pizzas on Friday.
okay. Well, this question kind of flopped, but I'm still gonna ask. What is your go-to pizza toppings?
Whew. I think for me,
Name four.
All right,
You go first,
wait,
Silver.
wait. Before we go into that, I'd like to, considering what level we are in, I'd like Silver to explain how wrong slides work.
That's an OG thing, man. I don't want to talk about OG. We don't talk about them. This is NST. Lock in. Wrong slide. You go the
Whoa.
wrong way when you slide.
Come on, please. We have so little time with the pussy.
We're
set.
running out of ripperoo here. We're running out of joke time.
Yeah, joke time is running up. Please, 4 topics.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
Finish.
Cajun chicken, pepperoni, ham, pineapple. I mean, it's all good, man.
Hell yeah. Okay, Crowder.
Jalapeno, jalapeno.
I do like, some, like, there's like one pizza place I like to go, and like, I usually take like onions and olives there. It tastes nice.
Okay. That's it. Only onions and olives.
It's a good
That's good.
pizza. Like, it's a good
guess.
pizza place. I don't need that much. I don't need that many like toppings for it to be good. So
I guess.
I respect them. I respect them. No
Okay, I
beef.
respected it. Okay, the choke time is over. Uh-huh.
Oh, hi. Crash Crush, baby.
Crash
Bomb
Crush.
Cob. Dude, I love this level. This level, in all seriousness, Krisuchu, when I said I reviewed his Warrior VOD, he said, don't look at Crash Crush. He was right. Crash Crush was pretty rough, so we'll see if he can't redeem himself here in this instance. But forever, his world record, until it's beaten, is tainted by his Crash Crush. A lot of scenery hobs, a lot of weird scenery hobs here, where you're using the rock as Krisuchu is just on there, you're going around fences and so on and so forth, so a very technical level.
That's a bad hope slide to miss by Krisuchu.
Yeah, he
because,
did drop
like
that.
clutching is actually like he's already catching up.
Dude,
So hard.
Krisuchu's crazy. Like, is Clutching him do it as well? He dropped it. You see where they hop slide around the boost pad? It's so sick.
Ooh.
Hit the counter. It's like 5. I mean, it's 6.
It's my vocal stim at the moment.
But yeah, that scenery hop, it goes. Some people would say kind of crazy, you know.
Kinda crazy.
Crazy.
Dude, I honestly, this level's so impressive with that hop slide and how it's done, where you go around the boost pad and around the mine nowadays. It's just, I don't even know how Clutching activated that hop there.
He did under the fence, electric fence. There's like a small convey where you can like, if you do fast enough of a flick, you can get like hop slide.
What a level, what a level. Bear levels, though.
Yeah.
Take it away, Lapo. How do you go fast in bear levels?
You press circle, you go boost, then you fucking jump at the end of the boost.
What I was always curious about these levels is that someone said the speed in NST, as opposed to OG, comes from the dash rather than the jump. But I don't know if that's ever true. Did anyone ever test this? That you want to prioritize dashing over jumping, I suppose?
No, it is a little bit faster, I guess. Like it's a like placebo effect. But the fastest way is always boosting. But when you jump and boost, you refresh the boost immediately. So you just want to spam those 2 buttons. Like it doesn't matter. It's like such a little amount of frames that you lose if you extend it or not.
It's probably a time trialer thing, more so.
Yeah, if there is time trialers in chat, I
Yo.
doubt that.
Time trialers, rise up.
Oh wait, Antik is in the chat. Please confirm.
Is in the chat.
If there are time
Please
travelers in the
confirm.
chat, please leave. I'm joking. Love you guys.
This is... What's this level? Is this Air Crash?
Yeah, this is it.
Air Crash, excuse me. Just checking. We do a death abuse here. Krisuchu missed the checkpoint. Embarrassing. Very minor time loss, but the aura loss is insane.
How will that affect the economy?
So true. So we're doing a death abuse in this level, which is very important. The runners are going to skip this checkpoint, they're going to grab the crystal, and then death abuse all the way back to take the secret exit into the warp room, which is, oddly enough, faster than actually doing the level, believe it or not. Clutching has taken damage here, which means that he's going to go through the nitros with no mask. Krisuchu, like I said...
He didn't get the NST matchstick.
Yeah. He also, yeah, you'll see it here on Clutching as well. When you're jumping on, you're actually able to jump on that mine and not take damage and exit through the secret exit area, and one might say that's crazy.
Oh, we have buffering from clutching. This is splice run has to be.
Spliced has to.
Also to add to the secret, come on, secret exit, it's mainly faster because we use the loadless timer for this game, which is worth. Oh, come on. We skipped the whole
We're
first
there. We're in
section of
Snowblaze.
Krisuchu.
Internet holding up, buddy.
Why did he bring up the save menu? Was that to skip a cutscene?
Who?
Clutching. He brought up the save menu like 3 times.
I don't know. Maybe he's cooking.
Is he stupid?
Who knows?
I'm seeing here Krisuchu. I didn't know. There's like a hyper Brazil slide now used in Snowbiz on the way down on the 2 slopes
yeah,
in the
you
2D section.
Oh yeah, you can just do it by sliding and going neutral. That's it. That is one of those time trialer optimizations. You know.
I wonder why no one discovered it until now. Yeah, Clutching's doing it there. It's like preserving the speed of the slide when you're going down the slope.
Yeah.
We might say it's crazy.
Clutching going for a crazy ass deep hop slides on the 2D section. Like the dead plane is so much higher than you would think, and it's crazy that he's just going for them. Hit the counter, Crowdy.
You might say that was kind of crazy.
Come on.
I think Krisuchu, it's been a bit desynced, but I believe Krisuchu's in the lead by a couple seconds here, maybe 10 or so. I'm maintaining the masks all the way through Snowbiz to get this triple at the start of ELDL. Very, very important. These sewer levels are, I would go as far to say, unplayable without triple. Just to be able to hob slide through all these obstacles is a really, really big deal, so you're trying to maintain your masks above all to get to here.
That is true, and there is the new way to do this ELDL, like taking the first mask instead of like second mask.
Oh yeah,
It's like the
you used to skip it, yeah.
Yeah, these are like that's the old strat, where you take like the second triple mask. Krisuchu, not going for the hot pipes. That's a good play.
He is. I noticed that. Is that in the last race, Krisuchu keeps a mask here, presumably for the robots at the end. Clutching's having a rough time, just because, like I said, Krisuchu, well-adjusted individual, understands the stakes, understands the race, so keeping a mask towards the end there. Clutching, I imagine, will not do that. Just the man that he is, I suppose. Not having a great time of it in ELDL, though, for sure here. He's, I believe, dropped a hob and got clipped, so he's down a mask here for this final section, but like I said, dropped a mask to do this final section, so he's going to do the robots at the end maskless, and we'll see how that works out for him. Damn, he's good. Never doubt the GOAT.
Never doubted the guy.
Alright, now that we are in the boss segment, it's time to go back to Crody's technical issues segment. I dropped like 4,000 frames in like 1 minute during Snowbiz. That's epic. End of the segment.
Happens to the best of us. I wouldn't worry about it.
It really does.
Oh, Krisuchu got the funny thing, funny Komodo brush stuff, where he spun Joe too close to the Mo, and he didn't take the hit until he bounced from the wall.
I didn't catch it. Was that? Have you ever seen that Buchu clip where he's like spinning infinitely? Was that what happened?
Yeah, I was on the chat when it happened.
Shout out to Mr. Buchu, a legend.
Shout out to the GOAT.
The true GOAT. If we're gonna talk about the GOAT of GOATs here.
Exactly. I hope him and his 5 children are doing okay.
I thought it was 6.
Buchu Jr., Buchu Jr. Jr., Buchu Jr. Jr.
You could say that's quite crazy.
You might say that that's crazy.
That is
I would
absolutely.
be so inclined to say so. Another level, I might say, when I reviewed Krisuchu's world record VOD that he said not to look at, plant food. And that's because this opening jump that he's actually just landed here, you kind of have to extend the slide as you go into the water, and the death plane is quite high. Clutching, I also bring this up because Clutching failed it in the previous race between the two of them, which is, well, definitely kept the race very interesting towards Warp 3, so we'll see how this works out for Clutching as he comes into this. But Krisuchu looking well so far.
Yeah, Krisuchu is getting the fast cycle in plant food currently, which is very nice to see. Clutching didn't fail the jump. That's so good.
My goat.
My goat is coming
Oh
back.
my goat.
We are so back.
The eel deal is certainly put him behind, no doubt about it. So it's Krisuchu's game right now. But it's Crash
Exactly.
2, man. There's a lot to go. And while we're coming through Warp 3 here, tiny insta-kill. Have we seen any tiny insta-kills throughout this race? Has anyone been crazy enough to try?
In the tournament, no.
I see. Tiny insta-kill, as far as I knew, it was only a whisper in the wind when I was, running this. But as far as I know, people have been crazy enough to try it nowadays. And currently in the world record, it's done in Krisuchu's VOD. So, it's the X Factor. Maybe it'll be done. Maybe it won't. Clutching's the crazy kind of guy to go for it.
The trick was known since like 2017, 2018. Like, we really didn't know much about it. It was also back in the console days.
Mm-hmm.
And only recently people started experimenting with it more.
Oh, Krisuchu
Yeah.
dying to the third hole.
I was gonna bring up, this is the final chase level, and this is one of these levels where it's a lot of hole skips to be done, and this third hole skip on Unbearable is infamous. You'll see, Krisuchu didn't even go for it that time, so that was a big death, no doubt about it. So, Clutching a big chance to catch up here if he lands this.
Exactly. Some people even have said that this is the hardest level in the game.
Clutching, like,
it might be.
Oh my god.
It might
He didn't
be.
even hesitate going through the fence. Like, he's just built like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, Clutching is one of those guys. He just bombs through that hole and fence.
Man, this
Like
is why
he doesn't
he's
do
just
he
an
doesn't
insane
do
individual.
the funny setup. He doesn't do anything like that. He just it looks to me like he's YOLOing that, but he has his own setup basically.
This is exactly what I was saying. Versus like Clutching's insane and Krisuchu is a bit more well adjusted. So this is one of those instances where going just like no full risk has definitely paid off for Clutching, and unfortunately not for Krisuchu. But we'll see how things are. I'd say things are a lot more even now.
There is still 2 warps to go, so
There's a
anything
lot.
can happen. Anything can happen.
One thing I actually want to talk about is engine. As far as I understand, Krisuchu has innovated on engine quite a bit, where you're like walking towards the camera, firing Wumpa, and then walking away towards the camera, or from the camera, excuse me, where you're kind of sending multiple Wumpa at once in engine. It's kind of an innovation that I think has really been interesting and made engine a lot more consistent, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, there is that, because after all, this is a 3D game, so
Yeah.
you like utilize the 3D space way better by doing that.
Speaking
It
of
is
3D games,
it is a good strat, but I haven't personally used it since I haven't been running this.
Yo, say.
speaking of 3D games, we are in the 2.5D level.
2.5D. It's worth noting, I suppose, Collision's taking a hit. I don't have the knowledge to know. He's taking 2 hits, man. I don't have the knowledge to know if that's gonna be difficult later, in terms of mask management, but definitely worth noting. What was I saying? Excuse me. Since I last ran this game, there's been a lot of developments in terms of how the analog is used in these levels. Basically, analog sucks in these 2.5D levels. The way the analog works, it's just not built to be used. So I'd be interested to know what the runners are using for that. But some people prefer D-pad, some people prefer using analog for those levels. But analog is bad, man. It's real bad in those levels.
It's just a D-pad, man.
That's what I'm saying, but unfortunately, there's Road to Ruin. If you're ever doing the completion, you're doing the skip. It's not possible on D-pad, as far as I'm aware. So, unlucky.
Anyway, Krisuchu had to wait on this cycle. So that was probably quite bad for him. He's also playing very safely right now, just to make sure he gets the mask here.
Did Clutching just like fly past that guy? I didn't know you could do that. He didn't get hit. At the first
which one?
flamethrower guy. The first
Yeah,
flamethrower guy here.
yeah, you just hope slide through him.
God damn.
Yeah,
You have 42 and you don't know that?
As far as I was aware, a lot of these guys are crazy in NST. You can skip all of them in OG, but more or less. But
Yeah,
as far as I know,
you can skip
you
all of
need to
them
have
in
a
NST
master.
too, with like.
It shows what I know. I shouldn't be on commentary.
I think you are mixing the two up.
Yeah, you're mixing them up like on OG. You
OG,
cannot skip
it's
them.
hard.
I'm pretty sure it's like the last one you can't skip.
No.
Like this guy, this final dude here.
Hit damage.
All right. Moving on.
Who cares? They're out.
Okay,
They're out.
okay.
Let's kill the
Bear down.
what?
Let's talk about bear down. Let's talk about bear down.
Now, can we talk about the Silver 106 tribute video?
I love it.
I mean, listen,
I'm a big fan.
incredible work by whoever made that video. I guess we will never know who did it, but
I think it's in my opinion, it's absolute cinema.
you
absolute
might say
cinema.
that it's crazy.
Oh come on.
Listen, bear down. This level goes crazy. One thing I noticed, it's obviously a lot of boosting, it's a lot of jumping. It doesn't look like a whole lot. But looking at Krisuchu's world record video, the lines he takes on this level it's kind of crazy. He's going towards like exactly towards the water in basically every case that he can. And there's a huge amount of optimization to be done here that I think if you look into it on a surface level, it doesn't look like there's a lot happening, but it looks very risky to me. What do you think about that, Lapo?
I'm not thinking anything about that.
That was your chance to say that that's crazy. It would have been hilarious.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, a lot of minor optimizations to be done on that level. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the surface level, but there's a lot going on for sure. What's after this? Forgive me.
Tiny Tiger.
Tiny Tiger, dude! Do you think we'll see it?
We might, but do we have any donations?
We've got $5 from
free
Free
Snap
Jump
post.
PP saying, please stop DMing me. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Please leave me alone.
I think
Thank
it's
you, Free
clutching.
Jump
thank
PP.
you.
We'll
Thank
need
you.
to check the timers as they exit, but I think clutching might be ahead if I just noticed that correctly. But
He was already ahead a bit earlier on, so yeah.
I see.
I know he was 3 seconds ahead out of Unbearable. He might have had
I
slow.
think it was the unbearable was like the big difference because Krisuchu, that third hole skip happens to the best of us.
Yeah, in Road to Ruin, I think Krisuchu was a bit faster, and then Clutch was faster in Sewer.
Good old sewer.
Oh, Clutching getting pretty bad RNG
That was
the last phase.
that was a little rough,
Krisuchu
man.
got a pretty good one on the corner, but didn't go for the pipe strat on the left corner.
Neither of them went for tiny insta-kill, which is all I care about. Quite frankly, disappointed.
Clutchy is 10 seconds ahead.
10 seconds, yeah.
Rough times we live, no tiny insta kills, you know.
I thought this game would come a long way, but here I am. You know, very disappointing. Behaving in any instance. Beehive hobs, Alapo, how do you feel about them? These beehives that Krisuchu is just jumping off right here.
They can be tricky. But on the mud surface, they are quite free. Let's say.
It seems to be.
They are interestingly hard, but once you get the hang of them, they become second of nature, you know?
Of course. I think I did notice something in their last race. You know these fake nitros coming up? Krisuchu doesn't do the hob off of these, but if you keep an eye on clutching here, he might do it. Which I didn't know you could even... That was a hob slide that could be done, quite frankly. It's one of those things... Never mind, he sucks, my bad. It's one of those things that, it's just, you look at it and I'm like, dude, this guy... Clutching really is an innovator of this game in the way he looks at it, but... Oh, he got it!
It's not like
Dude!
Did you know that if you space correctly, which is very, very, very hard, you can hole skip that next hole after those
After
nitros.
the nitro? Dude.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
but it's a super hard. so nobody goes for it. It's like basically throwing a coin.
Some Taz stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Clutching did get that hop slide, and I couldn't help but notice Krisuchu had a rough time getting out of the level there. So I think this is basically as close as it's going to get, or close as a race as you could ask for in the game like this through Warp 4. So it's great to see.
Exactly.
Sorry, like look at my notes. Hanging out is after this, dude. I'm waiting to talk about this all day.
No, it's a Ruination to Cold Hard Crash.
No, what?
I think Clutch might be doing a different route.
Is that? Yeah, it might be depending on the mouse.
Yeah, it's
Mask route.
depending on masks. I'm just trolling. Just
I see. Either way, they want a lot of masks here because Krisuchu losing one, unfortunately, there. I'm sure he'll.
That was
make up
a
for it,
damage
but
abuse on purpose, actually, because there are 2 masks left.
shows what I know.
Like,
even I didn't know that.
why would he wait on the fire if he can just damage abuse and get another 2 masks? Huh?
So true.
I have a 46
true.
in this game. He's also not taking
Damn,
that mask
you're-
because he's doing Cold
Yeah,
Hard
he's
Crush
going
after
Cold Hard,
anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I said. It's Cold Hard Crash next.
Yeah, definitely
don't-
going to Cold Hard next. Definitely.
Why you no listen?
Damn, that's crazy.
Uh,
That
so
is
masks are important here, is the TLDR. Is that Clutching definitely going into Cold Hard as well, because Hanging Out coming up next, arguably, would I say so brazenly, the most important triple of the game to skip a whole hangrail section, the way they do with hop lines.
Yeah.
For sure. It's very impressive too. It's not just grabbing the triple mask and hop sliding through the whole section. There's a lot more technicals to it, where you're restarting the hop slide and you're moving from left to right. Probably one of the more visually impressive sections of the entire game, I would say. But until we get there, Cold Hard Crash. What do you think about it, Aleppo?
I hope that they don't die before Death Platform.
So true. And speaking
And
of
I
death
ho-
platform, they go into a death route where, once again, would you believe it, triple is very important. Because NST and Nitros, listen, the less we say about it, the better. But
I think
very important for triple for that section.
I think it's more of a NST and ice physics that this section is one.
There's a lot going
one
on.
hell of a section if you do it without triple mask, and you deserve a trophy for being a gamer. If you do this without triple mask, going
true.
all the way to right and all the way to left without mask.
Krisuchu's got the triple mask here, so very easily just cruising through the nitro, not having to deal with any of that. Avoiding the gem, I don't know if we've probably been talking so much smack that we haven't even mentioned that, but avoiding the gem is pretty important in this game. You're skipping a cutscene where Brio is like, man, you need to get the crystals and the gems, which is terrible advice, because then you can't beat the game, but besides the point. You want to skip that cutscene, so important to avoid any gem that appears.
That is good to point out in like over 30 minutes into the race, for sure. But yeah,
I mean,
Krisuchu didn't get the Brazil, and Clutching got the Brazil. That's awesome.
most important part.
And talking
Better
about
late than never, am I right?
talking about the gem, and it's the last gem that matters in this run. That's great.
Better
Love
late
it.
than never. We got it done. Don't fire us.
This is my last commentary. I
The
feel like
Silver and Alapo were never seen again.
yeah,
The NST
gotta-
Mafia got them. Speaking of hanging out, dude, speaking of getting got, how do you think Clutching's gonna do here?
I love this level. I hope Clutching remembers that he's not playing 102 or 100% and doesn't go to bonus round.
I wonder if this is like a mental block for him now that we've made fun of him for this. He's done the start very well. Eyes on Clutching here.
A little bit of
Krisuchu's buffering, so we don't have a choice. Clutching's got it. The very start. He hasn't had a disaster start yet.
goof, a little bit of gaff, you know. Krisuchu getting
true.
the triple mask, going left to right.
He's
Stream
got
is
it. He's holding
buffering,
it.
and he's all the way here. Boom, just like that.
Just a
Ooh, you
quick
got height.
refresh.
Height in the
Oh,
body
he got
slam.
height.
Dan Tangway, you've done it again.
Damn, dang way.
I'd like to point out that Clutchy does not deserve a good hanging out right now. He did not install the Shiba Inu skin again.
So true, actually. Where is
So
that?
true.
We reminded
he?
him of it last time, and yet he ignored that. I might have to
Man.
demote him.
I gotta say, clutched up, you might say, coming into
We
that hangout.
we need to put like a tomorrow's milk packet. Like where is he? Where is the Shiba Inu skin? Where is the Shiba Crash skin?
Clutching, despite the feed that we're seeing, clutching is quite a bit ahead. Excuse me, I believe it's 15 seconds or so. So.
Did you just have a
Krisuchu's got
hiccup?
lot. No. Eyes on the road here.
Have you been drinking?
Eyes on the road. They're indigging it, man. There's a lot to talk about.
Anyways, Krisuchu went for the crazy
He
whole
did,
skip.
dude.
The TT strat.
This is actually such an unreal level. I really like this level. It's definitely the most hob slide intensive one of the run, I would say, where you're maintaining a single hob for such a long time. But it's just so visually impressive to see done well, and Krisuchu definitely doing justice to that.
Absolutely. Love this level.
Love
Love
this level.
how big of a hope slot stretch this level has.
Clutching's
and all
dropped
that.
it. He's got it back, though. Don't worry about it. It's
That's a
definitely
new
one
whole
thing
skip.
worth mentioning is that the two of these guys are very experienced runners by this point. So, like that. Did Krisuchu dig? Did I just miss that? It's fine. Don't worry about it. As I was talking about the experienced runners, but listen, the two of them, they've been running this game for quite some time now, and I think one of the big experience differentials is that when your hop slide drops, knowing where to get it back as soon as possible is a really big part of this game. Because hop slides drop, it happens, and it's a really big deal to be able to get that back as quick as possible.
That is true. You really wanna know your backups on the scenery on top level when you happen to accidentally drop your hop slide chains, like where to
Happens to
start
us.
it again, where to do backups, all that. But yeah,
Engine!
22
engine time.
second difference entering engine.
Hit it, Silver. Explain.
Krisuchu's doing some crazy stuff that I don't really get here, but you'll see him walk towards the camera and then walk away from the camera as he's firing the Wumpa. It's kind of like double shooting them, I suppose. It's made this boss fight extremely more consistent than when I ran it, where we were basically just randomly throwing Wumpa and hoping for the best. So, we'll see how it works out for him. As far as I think, he's got the double arm, so he's trying to destroy the two arms at once and then optimally destroy the shoulders as fast as possible. Double shoulders can't be done in this game, but double arms can, and it's a very big deal. Clutching also got it, so
Both
listen, man,
got
it's
the
as tight
double
as you get
arms.
it. Yeah.
That's a golf clap.
Oh,
Golf clap.
this is crazy, man. You might say.
Absolutely.
As far as shoulders go, I think this is what you want to see. It looks a bit weird to me on Krisuchu seeing the missile fire across. That looks bad, but as far as I'm aware, that's where you want to break it. And then at the end here, positioning crashing, kind of. I'm pretty sure there's a visual cue to line it up, but you can shoot engine as he's shooting you. And,
Yeah, you
take care of him pretty quickly.
I can do
Basically
that
the-
thread, so it's free actually.
So basically, the visual cues you like you aim a Crash's crotch where the line for those two platforms is, and then you make him face right and just hit the square button.
Position his groin and face
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, exactly. So free.
So, Warp 5, here we go. Clutching's put a message in the chat that might mean he's died horrifically. I don't know. We'll see how things work out. But moving into Warp 5 here, these piston levels, you might say it gets a bit crazy. There's a lot going on here in terms of using triple to get through obstacles, and a couple interesting damage abuses, which I'm sure we'll see in Spaced Out, but I'm actually not too sure if there's a lot of them in piston, but there's a lot of triple here and a lot of technical stuff going on in terms of getting through the cycles as quick as possible.
Exactly, and it's funny to point out that because of this new engine strat adaptation, the Warp 5 route has been changed forever. We do piston first, as you see. We don't
Is
do
that
neither.
for mask routing or otherwise?
Yeah, because we have two masks now. Immediately. We don't have a one mask, and we don't need to do night fight.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So-
Prior to that final engine hit, a mask used to be used to do that final phase, but man, innovations come at you quick, and people found out how to not use a mask and save one, which leads to this piston route, man. Would you believe it?
Yeah, we do hardest levels first now, which is good. Krisuchu
Right,
getting
well.
squished.
That hob slide, I can never get over that. You know the hob slide there that Clutching just did, where like the elevator rises up and you get the hob as it rises? It's so cool, man. Like that even, I don't even know what you'd call that. It's not even like a traditional hob slide, it's not a dip hob, it's just so cool looking.
That's the piston hob.
A piston hob, one of a kind.
Yeah, one of the kind. It's so really unique.
Space Int right into Spaced Out, you weren't kidding.
Yeah.
Alright,
The
this
sad
is
thing is that
where...
Krisuchu only has one mask instead of
Oh
two.
dear. He's getting damaged by the electricity here to keep all these cycles open. Getting damaged by electricity for some reason is like, ooh, yeah, that was good. He pulled away from the nitro. NST nitros, he's got the experience. Clutching did not get hit by the electricity. He got squished.
Oh,
That's gonna be bad.
That is actually bad because electricity iframes are longer than any other iframes in this game. So clutching is now in under of a cycle police, as we say, because look at these cycles.
Not good, not good.
Awkward.
That's crazy, you might say.
Exactly.
Either way, the two of them pulling out of the two piston levels is about as good as you could ask for. As far as I'm aware, these levels are still really hard. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if he meant to get electrocuted there. We'll see. Probably, right? There's a piston coming up. Never mind, he got bonked.
Yeah, you need to get electrolyzed.
And on to Pack Attack. There's a very interesting and minor optimization here. I seen that there's like a mask here, right? Where normally, as I would, and as far as I knew everyone else did, used to spin it. But it's very precise to kind of, nowadays, you get under the mask and bonk it from below, I believe. Just a
Yeah.
minor optimization, but it's really cool to see innovation happen on basically any level at this stage of the game, for sure.
Yeah, it's a really unique optimization. Obviously, because like for some reason you can break boxes by going from below instead of like top, which makes sense, you know. Very funny. You cannot butt smack the boxes, but you can bonk your head.
Bonk your head. Krisuchu missed, well, exactly what we were talking about there, so he had to spin, but it is how it is. Good recovery. I think he had two masks, so I'm pretty sure it didn't actually matter, question mark. But whatever. He burnt one here. I don't know how the mask routing goes from here. I'm completely flying blind.
Yeah,
So.
oh yeah.
He missed the mask. He's turned around for it. It's not that bad, but
Yeah,
you got to consider the aura loss here too.
Yeah, basically you can burn that mask. It doesn't matter because you go to the night fight. Yeah. And you get that one mask that is basically free that you use to take
So
and go to piston it.
was Clutching wrong to turn around for that then?
I didn't pay attention. Sorry.
He missed the mask rate we were talking about. He missed and then turned around for it. But this night fight. There is the nitro bonk, right? I don't know if you get a mask prior to that, but
yeah, you go for that nitro bonk with two masks. You know, then you have one mask for what is it? Rocket. Yeah, rocket.
yes.
Yeah, that's how the route goes.
I didn't know this nitro bonk became standard. Is it standard? Everyone does this now? It's so cool.
I'm so innovative with that one.
It was you. I knew either you had like a nitro bonk in Spaced Out or something as well. Look at this. He gets hit by that. He messed it up. Never mind. Clutching's gonna clutch up for us. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you had two nitro bonks you found. That was it's such a cool idea.
Yeah. It's funny that you can just get bonks from even nitros to activate hope slides.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Look at that tip that he got. That's crazy.
This guy. What is he doing?
Oh, he doesn't have two masks, so this is correct.
Okay. So we're not gonna see the Oh my god.
Oh!
No.
Now he has no mask. So what now, lad?
This might cost him.
That was a lot. I won't lie, because that was right before the checkpoint. That's As
Dude.
far as nets go in any Crash game, that is not what
Dude.
you want to see.
The
Exactly,
Finland
this-
is back in the game. The
There's
Finland might do it.
This might cost the game. Is this rigged? Who wrote this
The
script?
rocket, dude. This is the last level, right?
I'd like to remind
wrote
everyone
the
that
script?
the modern Crash 1 and 3 tournaments were won by the Finnish people. So,
Dude,
yeah.
backhand.
I hope Krisuchu wins, so Finland will rule the world.
Finland domination.
Which
The
is,
backhand
which is
from
weird
Finland.
because Finnish people don't exist.
Listen, it happens to
Please.
the best of us. Night fight. It's one of those levels. It really is. On a surface level, there's not a whole lot going on here, but there's just something about knife fight, man. It really gets you towards the end of the run, and Clutching, unfortunately, being a victim of that, I think.
Unfortunately, yes.
Man, the backhand from Finland. Telling you to
Finland?
it firsthand. These
Finland
guys, man. What are they
It's
doing
gonna
there?
be more like Winland.
How did they do it? What are they doing over in Finland? Is that one? Dude, you had like, I hope you don't mind me bringing it up, but you had like a military service, right, in Finland? Is that what you do all day? You just like get trained in Crash Bandicoot skills? It's
Yeah,
just a Crash
but
Bandicoot like boot camp, like in military.
exactly.
Yes.
And some people, I don't know if you have heard this one, Silver
Go on.
or Crowley, but you know, in Finland, when babies are born, you know, they don't get out of hospital until they beat Clockwork in Slime 1.
I can believe that.
Dude, Finland, all over the place in speedrunning. Speedrunning's for nerds anyway, who cares?
And
Yeah,
speedrunners and their...
Krisuchu here in Cortex doing the back shot. I mean, this is
Excuse me?
spacebar strat.
The
Oh,
PC
wow.
exclusive strat.
There's
as far as
innovations
we
in
know.
Cortex as well? What's going on, man? I skipped this. I didn't even look at it. Oh my god, did he miss? No, he didn't. He's got it.
I'd like to
Okay.
say that I think my commentators are drunk.
GG to Krisuchu.
I'm starting to think that.
41-24.
This is... What a world. Clutching, closing it out here. Excuse me, with pride.
Sadly, I think Clutching, unless he finds a glitch to insta-kill Cortex with this one hit.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised with this game. I think, honestly and truly, you would think NST's been figured out with everything we've seen. Yeah, what is that strat where he's hitting Cortex early? That's so weird.
So basically, that strat, when the cutscene is playing, you can hold down the spacebar to accelerate the jetpack.
Oh, instead of... The controller doesn't work, though,
Yeah.
right? It's just the
Yeah,
spacebar?
they didn't
Yeah.
consider the keyboard controls for it,
That
basically.
is- You might even say, in a crazy world, that's crazy. 41-37.
We have our winner, Krisuchu, and let's
Krisuchu.
bring our
When,
runners in.
What was the difference between the previous race you mentioned?
17
It was
seconds.
18 seconds.
17.
8-17.
13
This
seconds.
was
Yeah.
only 13 seconds.
13. I
I
have
know how it
to
was
give it
only
up to the
13.
two of you. I have to give it up to the two of you. It was as close as a race as we could have asked for sure. It was a treat to watch.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
It felt pretty big lead
listen.
versus big lead versus big lead.
It was
That is just
definitely a,
load times.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
it was
it
definitely a throwing contest.
Krisuchu, you're going into the grand finals. You'll be representing Finland yet again, and by that I mean that you're Finnish. So that's I can speak anymore. I don't even drink and I can speak. All right,
We were discussing earlier that
Newest
the
words I
winner
have
of
ever heard.
it's the winner of every tournament prior has been someone from Finland, right?
the modern
So
tournaments.
this
Exactly.
is
Yes,
you've got
surely.
a lot. This is a grand slam here, Krisuchu. There's a
Yeah,
lot
I
riding
mean,
on you right
surely
now.
I will beat Chambers twice with this kind of gameplay.
Against Chambers. Oh my god. That's crazy because he's like the NST2
You know what else is crazy?
in history, and then you're like the new guy. It's unbelievable. Cinema.
Yeah,
Oh,
cinema.
Absolute cinema. All right, Krisuchu, how
I'm
do
really
you feel
hoping I
about
can
this
at
run?
least make it 2 races.
Anyways,
Who's
for the
I have
viewers.
a few questions for our runners. Casually Clutching, how you
I
feeling
missed.
now that you have dropped out of the Crash Bandicoot 2 any% tournament?
I feel fine. I was really pissed at how I lost last game because it felt stupid, but this one was just hard throwing, and then the dagger was literally missing. Like I misclicked and I missed the jump button on my controller. That's how I died there.
In
Yeah,
knife
that
fight?
yeah.
That's fucking insane way to go, but is what it is. Lost to a
I-
god.
I have to say that was kind of insane way to
Yeah.
like see like
It's
It could have happened anywhere.
how
to
the
be
like
honest. Just
how the lead changes in
yeah.
like our eyes within seconds like
Like,
that.
yeah.
and to think that I also went for the same dip and I didn't get it. But imagine if I
And you
went
pressed the
for
jump
that died
button,
as
so
well.
you-
So
That's all. That's
You
all you
did
need.
press jump.
No,
We were
there was
hyping
just
just
up.
need
the
to press the
jump
jump
button
button.
after all.
Like-
We were hyping up knife fights so much for the Nitro Hob. I was like, dude, there's this Nitro Hob is like standard. Everyone does it
then I
now.
failed it.
And neither of you, Krisuchu didn't. Krisuchu went for it, failed it, but then Clutching didn't even go
I
for
went
it
for
because
the
you
I
had
went for
one
the dip
mask.
before it.
Yeah, you had one mask. Lapo was saying, and then you died immediately after. And I was like, well, Lapo now he has 0 masks. So
Excuse
how do you feel about that? But
Yeah, I was
that knife fight was a lot more interesting than we thought it was gonna be, I suppose.
I really tried to lock in after that death, and then I ended up dying after I got the hob to the robot. It might have actually been close if that didn't happen.
Locked
It
in
would have been.
That's what
into
you- that's
what you
death
gotta do, right?
pipeline.
Anyways, Krisuchu, you got your revenge. How you feel about it? After your
To be honest,
rematch?
I feel kind of sad because I didn't deserve it. I feel like.
Oh come on!
I feel like I didn't deserve it, so you made
But-
one
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah.
But to
I
be
made,
to
like,
be
Don't give
honest,
me that.
ones.
But
to be
Call him-
honest, we
call him
both
terrible.
were
Tell him you
throwing
hate
so
it.
hard.
You know what? Let's both drop out.
but
No, don't
Yeah.
fucking do
I'll be
that.
out of a job.
Just for free.
But as they say, PB is PB and shitty marathon run is shitty marathon run. But after all, you just forget it and move on.
After
That's
all,
what wise man has said
I'm
to
coming
me
to Finland.
once.
That's
I mean, in
that's
the
my
end,
philosopher right there.
in the end, you have to give us your favorite pizza toppings.
Oh, dude.
Dude, okay. Casually Clutching, what is your favorite pizza toppings? 4 of them. Go.
4 of them? Okay. I'm a bit of a meat lover. I'm gonna say meatballs, chicken, pepperoni. Oh. Cheese doesn't
4?
count. Does cheese count?
Sure.
No, that's the
Listen,
default.
if you're
Tomato sauce
struggling,
and cheese are-
if you're struggling, sure, but
No, I'm just making sure.
Okay. What is the 4th?
Ham.
Or
Ham.
that's it.
Gotta give it to ham.
Okay.
ham.
Krisuchu, what is your favorite 4 pizza
Well,
toppings?
Clutching set a big
I
precedent
actually
here.
had
You got
a
lot to live up to.
monster Texas Monster today, so
Ooh,
Today?
Texas
I'm just gonna-
Monster,
This is monster.
I'm just gonna say those toppings. So
That sounds
bacon,
like a beast.
bacon, salami, pepperoni. What else is there?
ham.
Ham. Is there ham?
Kebab.
God damn.
Probably. Yeah, kebab. That's the 4th one.
We got some
Yeah,
meat
and
lovers in here.
it has breadsticks. So
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
Oh, I
and
might have to
some
add
dips.
chocolate to that list though. Actually, chocolate.
I
Chocolate.
think
replaces ham.
Crody feels out of place now with his olives, man. It's all a
Yeah,
bunch of meat lovers
always
in
and
here.
onions only.
I was just talking about like one place that I really like pizza from, but like I would also like from other place it would be like chicken as well, for example. That's also good, or like a kebab pizza, also nice.
You'd love to see it.
Love to see it. Love to hear that.
Oh, kiwi
Good-
fruit actually. Kiwi fruit's up there as well.
Wait,
Wait, you
You
put the
should test
beer
this
in
after
there?
the final. I'm gonna come with the most disgusting toppings you can ever imagine.
can I ask, Clutching, you said in the chat, you know what else is crazy? Might I ask, can I prompt that? Because when you typed that in the chat, I thought I was about to see the most unreal death of all time, but it didn't come through. So what was
Oh,
the
low taper fade
inspiration?
me, man. Come on, be for real.
What was the inspiration for that message? I just
Oh,
felt like,
someone's there was like a text on screen that said that was crazy or something times infinity.
listen, we were filling air. Listen, we're commentators, man. This is what it's all about, you know.
That's
but
crazy.
That's
It gets
crazy.
crazy. You might
That is
say it gets crazy out here, man. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. We were out here doing our job. We were locking it down.
Mate, you were drinking on the job.
Listen. It's happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
Happy
everyone.
Saturday.
Happy
Happy
Friday, everyone.
Friday to everybody.
I'd like
in,
to thank everyone for
Bandicoot.
watching. Grand finals soon, hopefully before the end of the year, maybe.
Dude, it's crazy.
Maybe
The
next weekend.
C2 any guy of
Hopefully.
history versus the C2 any guy of today. Can you
I'll-
believe it?
I'll be
Can
I'm
you
actually
believe
kind
it?
of scared.
Christmas.
It's
giving
just a week away.
Clutchy
Can you believe it?
his
Christmas in 3 days.
third place reward soon after we finish. $70
Yes,
for
yes.
him.
Money,
Holy shit.
And next time it'll be Chambers on the winner's side versus Krisuchu on the loser's side. The winner
What,
gets 180. The loser gets 120.
Can we ask what the rules of winner side versus loser side is? What's the
Higher seed.
Yes.
okay.
If Krisuchu
Oh, I
wants to
guess-
win the tournament, he'll have to win 2 races. Chambers has to win 1
Oh,
race.
that's so sick. That's so sick.
Hopefully, I can at least make it 2, but you never
The
know.
2,
It's-
yeah.
with this kind of
Give
gameplay,
us,
it's quite
give
hard.
us an actual grand final, please.
That would be. Oh man, you gotta do it.
And
Must be high.
if it's at 3 a.m. NZT, I'm gonna be so upset.
Just remember.
Lock in,
people,
man.
Fucking will be. too.
Remember to lock in for the grand finals, and also, winner takes it all.
Takes it all.
Yeah.
Well, second place also takes some.
Second place gets a little bit, but winner takes it all.
The winner takes most.
Who
Winner-
cares about second place? Winner takes it all, baby.
Think of the
That's
aura.
winner
here,
and
man.
third place.
We-
That's what really matters.
We actually didn't
Winner.
reveal it yet, but like winner also gets silver for ownership.
Huh?
Oh wait,
Unexpected spoiler, I know.
Just be kind to me. That's all I say.
Alright, with that being said, finally, thank you everyone for watching, and we shall see you next time around. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Oi.